Plant General Manager, your plant manager, Theo Williams, who is also a Marine Corps veteran. Thank you for your service. I'll tell my son, the Marine, that I was with one of his own today. I also want to thank Josh Castillo, who I'm proud to learn was from Lafayette, Indiana, now here in Madison, Wisconsin, making a difference for this company and a difference for the nation. And Sheila Jordan, thank you so much. Thank you for not only your leadership, but I really want to thank not only GE Healthcare, but I want to thank the Machinists Union Local 1406. I mean, this was an extraordinary effort by a great American company and a great American union to say we're going to clear out any of the barriers and we're going to work the problem. And I hope you will convey to everybody in the Machinists Union Local how grateful we are and how inspired we are. I know there was a one-year contract extension, and it's really made it possible for us just to focus on getting the job done here. And so, really great work. I spoke to Governor Tony Evers earlier this morning, and the governor reflected the same pride that all of us feel about the GE Healthcare and all the union machinists who are here. We stand here today. I'm told that at the present moment we've managed through our national stockpiles and elsewhere to distribute some 11,000 ventilators, many of which were made here, and through GE Healthcare across the nation. We have more than 9,000 in the stockpile. And the governor was able to confirm to me today that while there are more than 300 Wisconsinites who are on ventilators today, that there are some 1,400 ventilators available in the state. That's a testament it's a testament to our healthcare workers and the care that they've been giving in this state and around the country. It's a testament to the American people who have embraced the social distancing and the mitigation efforts that have slowed the spread to preserve capacity in our healthcare system, Mr. Secretary. But undoubtedly, it is also a testament to each and every one of you. Mark was sharing with me that even before the federal government and GE Healthcare started to work together, utilizing the Defense Production Act to make sure you had the supplies that you and Ford and other companies needed to scale up ventilator production. This company didn't wait to be asked. And it really is inspiring to me that shortly after the first of the year, GE Healthcare and this union and all this great workforce stepped up and said, we need to increase production here. You understood the need, you leaned in it, and there's just simply no question that union machinists save lives. And we're truly grateful to you. I'm looking forward to hearing. Your thoughts, your experiences, how we can continue to work together. But I must tell you, from the time the President first asked me to lead the White House Coronavirus Task Force, saving lives is our one mission, and America is our one team. And I want to thank GE Healthcare and all the hardworking people here for being such a vital part of that team, because of all of you, and because of those healthcare workers, and because of the steps the American people have taken, the sacrifices the American people have made, every American should be proud of the fact that no American who has needed a ventilator has been denied a ventilator during the coronavirus epidemic. Let me say that again. Because of all of your efforts, because of what the American people have done, because of our incredible healthcare workers, no American who has required a ventilator has been denied a ventilator. And I must tell you that that's an incredible comfort to millions of Americans, and it's an incredible tribute to each and every one of you. So on behalf of the President of the United States and on behalf of grateful American families across this country, thank you. Thank you for what you've done here. And with that, I'm happy to turn it over to Mark Goyette to share a few thoughts, and we'll hear from the Secretary, but I'd love to hear how we can work together even more effectively continue to meet this moment in the life of our nation.
Thank you. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Secretary, it's an honor to host your visit. We had a chance to walk through our production areas so we could show you how we are increasing capacity and output of ventilators and anesthesia machines. And we're not done yet. We're going to continue the hard work to increase output until every need is met. So thank you for coming to visit us. I'm proud to represent the hardworking men and women at this site, and we have 4 of those around the table here today that represent that group, and you did a very nice job introducing them. So what I would like to do is offer them a chance to share some of their thoughts and experiences as we've ramped up production. So I'd like to start with Theo. Again, Theo, you're a United States Marine veteran, and thank you again for your service.
Semper Fi.
Hoorah. Hoorah. I'd like you to share some of your experiences from your military background and
Sure.
so how that's been useful for you as you lead the plant here.
Okay, so walking into this situation, it was it was unprecedented, right? And I can look back to my history in the military, and the thing that it's the parallel that I see is, and you mentioned it a couple of times, it's all about the mission, right? So mission is saving lives, and we're a big part of saving those lives, and very similar to the military, where you have a whole lot of different people coming from a lot of different areas, coming together to accomplish that mission. I'm very proud of the plant. Had a whole lot of different individuals, really from across GE Healthcare. So as far as Indiana, I mean, there's some people that came from Colorado to help and build ventilators. So the call went out, and the team was like, "Yep, hey, we'll come, we'll support you. We all have to accomplish this mission together," and we really saw that support. You mentioned before the union. I mean, they've been all on board with helping us all accomplish the mission, and the mission is saving lives through the ventilator production that we have going on here.
Thank you, Theo.
That's awesome. And, one of the statistics is so inspiring. President Trump actually told the nation that working with great companies like this one, that we would have 100,000 more ventilators in 100 days. And because of what all of you are doing, thanks to GE Healthcare and Ford and other companies, Mr. Secretary, we're actually going to have 110,000 new ventilators in 100 days. I mean, that's the level of production, that's the level of commitment you've reflected here. And it is a mission. And thank you. Thank you for moving out and delivering. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Theo. I think it's a good transition. Let's talk to Josh Castillo. Josh is from GE Aviation. We've mentioned it's a full company effort here. And Josh, just a couple weeks ago, you were building aircraft engines, and now here you are in Madison, Wisconsin, building life-saving medical equipment. Can you talk about some of the similarities, some of the differences?
Yeah, so definitely as far as similarities go, I would have to chalk it up really to kind of the federal regulations and things of that nature. So it's a very regulated industry, both over there and over here, and you always want to create a quality product over anything as well. So that's something that I've noticed has transitioned over here. Now, big difference is I'm used to working on things that, I can climb inside of, or, they're 6 feet, 10 feet tall, and now I'm over here sticking my hands in small little crevices and feeding plumbing through certain tight areas. So definitely the size of the nature of the beast, if you will, is the biggest difference I'd have to say in that one.
Josh, you should be very proud. Your team is very hardworking, very quick learners, and over 40 members like you are here helping us, and we're very grateful for you and for all of them. Thank you.
Yes, and if I can as well, I'd just like to give a special thank you as well to those 42 men and women who, left their homes back in Indiana and came out here to support the cause, to help the world. I definitely would like to say that, and then as well to GE Healthcare and the union as well. Just, we really appreciate you guys opening up and, accepting the help in this, drastic times.
Josh, let me echo that, too, to all the Hoosiers that are up here helping GE Healthcare.
Yes, sir.
I was governor of Indiana when we broke ground on GE Aviation, and that's a great plant. It's got a great workforce, but I'm just a little bit more proud to know that that all you Hoosiers dropped what you were doing and you got up here to Madison, Wisconsin, and you started building ventilators. So, great job, really, and give them all my best. Okay,
Will do. Thank you.
So as we walk through the plant too, are very visible the valuable production associates that are building the ventilators and anesthesia machines. But this is a massive manufacturing engineering effort as well to ramp up. And we have Anna Scott. She's a manufacturing engineer from the site here. And we've had a lot of help with manufacturing engineers from around GE Healthcare as well. And Anna's been key in helping to integrate them so we can ramp up production. Anna, can you share some of your experiences as we've done this?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I really noticed as we started to ramp is the amount of help that we got. As we were really starting to ramp, the chief engineer within Global Supply Chain gave me a call and he said, listen, I'll be out there tomorrow and we'll figure out what we need to do to increase capacity, address bottlenecks, fix yield issues. The next day he was here and we walked through the problems that we were having and where we could use engineering help. The next day he was back and he brought more engineers with him. And the day after that, and they've continued to be here every single day, and now we have a team of 8 or 9 engineers who are in a conference room every single day, 100% dedicated to duplicating complex equipment, solving yield issues, and on the it's take some engineers who were willing to come from different areas and become production associates, really figure out the assembly, and now they're willing to help us with manufacturing engineering, training, different aspects on the floor as well. So the amount of help that we have gotten has been incredible.
Well, you've done a tremendous job, Anna.
Thank you.
Will you give our best and our thanks to that whole team?
Will do. Thank you.
It's just really impressive.
Yes, and for me it's very humbling to get all this extra help that isn't here, so thank you.
Well, it's great. It's made a difference for the country.
Great.
Thank you.
Sir, as you're hearing these stories come together of the tremendous teamwork, I'd like to turn over to Sheila Jordan. She's the local IAM chairperson. And I'd like her to have a chance to reflect her thoughts on the process of us coming together to make this agreement and work side by side. So, Sheila?
Yeah, it was the unprecedented times and the measures that we have to take. I'm really proud of our machinists union and the company for coming together so quickly. It was in a matter of less than a week that we came together, and I'm proud of my union brothers and sisters.
And when was that, Sheila? Can you tell me?
It was. I know the exact day. Actually, we were coming back from negotiation prep in Maryland. Actually, the whole union committee, and
right.
We got a phone call from GE telling us that they wanted us to come to the table early to try to work out a deal. So it was March 16th.
Wow.
So, and then by the end of that week.
End of the week, you did.
End of the week, we had a contract ratified.
That's really impressive.
And voted on by everyone here. The non-bargaining unit employees working with bargaining unit employees was what we knew we had to agree to that to help with this pandemic. It was just on the verge of escalating into a pandemic at the time. So we recognized that, and we came together as one and decided that this is what we needed to do to help the world, basically. So GE's always been, since I started working here, it's always been about helping people, saving lives, and things like that. Right now, it's just a little more in the spotlight with the pandemic going on right now. So.
Well, that is number one, it's a great tribute to your membership. It's a great tribute to the union and a great tribute to you. Thank you. Thank you for the flexibility. Thank you for the way you came together to really put the health and well-being of the American people ahead of everything else. And that was on the plane here. I was literally speaking to Governor Everett about that, and he expressed his admiration for GE Healthcare. But he said to me, Mike, he said, you also got to talk about the Machinists Union, because he said they stepped up and they made it work, they made it happen, they're able to build the workforce and be able to scale this operation in some unprecedented ways. So would you please communicate our respect and admiration
Absolutely.
to every one of your members.
I hope you wear our shirt proud.
I'll wear that shirt proudly. I'll tell you. Thank you. It's an honor. I'll carry it back. I will. And it's absolutely true. I felt as I said, I felt a little more than a little emotion walking through and seeing what President Trump often calls the spirit that's obvious here. But that's not a slogan, that's truth.
We're all proud of what we do here.
Yeah, union machinists are saving lives. Every day, you're doing it here every day. But right now, your willingness to come together and put the country first and the needs of the country first, it's very inspiring. So my compliments and my gratitude to you and the whole team.
Thank you.
Great job. Really great job. I thought, good. Are you good?
I'm good.
Let me let the secretary just give you a few thoughts, and then I know you've got a shift change coming up not too long, and I don't want to be in the way of that. But after the secretary, maybe we can take a couple of questions if you want, things that you're curious about, things we're working on, or how we can be more helpful to each and every one of you. Okay, Mr. Secretary.
Well, Mr. Vice President, thank you very much, and I just want to thank Sheila, Josh, Anna, and Theo for the incredible work, Mark for your leadership here. Thank you for the sacrifices your families are making. Thanks to all your team members for working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to deliver something that's really, really remarkable. You know, the Vice President mentioned that the President committed at the end of March that 100 days we would deliver 100,000 new ventilators into the system here in the United States. And as the Vice President said, we're going to have more than 110,000 of them by that time. But I want to tell you a story. Mark, how many ventilators in a normal year?
Because of all of them.
Yep. In a normal year, how many ventilators would be sold into the United States across all manufacturers in a year?
From GE.
No, just all companies, like
All companies?
Yeah.
I don't have the numbers for all companies.
I think less than 10,000 probably.
Probably.
110,000 within 100 days. You know, I had these calls. I had the calls with the makers of ventilators from all around the world, and that's what we were hearing. We were hearing, oh, can't be done. Going to be, you know, maybe 10,000. We'll have to share them around the world. And President Trump said that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable because I'm not going to let patients have to die because a choice has to be made of who gets a ventilator or not, as the Vice President said. And he challenged the Vice President, challenged all of us to work with this incredible private sector, our unions, our great American companies, our supply chain, to make that happen. And just GE alone is going to deliver 50,000 ventilators by July 13th. I mean, 50,000. 3 months ago, people would have said that was absolutely impossible. And then the other thing that happened was the Vice President convened this cross-industry private sector group after he took over, and he learned from the anesthesia practitioners that we could take these anesthesia ventilators and convert them over for regular ventilator use also relatively simply. And we got the FDA to give permission for that. And that was a game changer, creating incredible capacity immediately that really hadn't been thought of before. So this is it's just an incredible military-like harnessing of the entire commercial governmental power of the United States to do this and save lives. And just know, as the Vice President said, as the union has said, union machinist saves lives, GE Healthcare saved lives, and the people of Madison are saving lives. So just thank you so much for everything you're doing. It's just, I got to tell you, I've been on this journey since January. I really couldn't believe that I'd be sitting here seeing this production capacity here. It's really incredible.
It really
Thank
is.
you.
It really is. Any questions, any advice for us that you can give us, any recommendations how we can be more helpful to you or others that are making sure that our healthcare workers and families have what they need? Sheila?
Just keep getting us our parts so we can keep doing our jobs. That's what we need. We need our parts to build our machines, and as long as we have those, I've seen countless days of 12-hour shifts, weekend shifts, Saturdays, Sundays. Everybody here has been doing above and beyond, coming in, giving up their weekends, because they know, we have a job to do, we have a world to save.
That's great. And Sheila, you should know, it was April 2nd that the President used the authority under the Defense Production Act to create really a partnership with GE Healthcare, with Ford, with a number of other companies to ensure that there is a supply of materials to do just that. We're using the full weight of the federal government to ensure that you have the supplies to be able to continue the assembly that you're scaling and that Ford is scaling. It really is remarkable that the current contract, I think, with GE Healthcare is for 50,000 ventilators by July 13th. Ford is expected to create another 50,000 ventilators in the next 100 days, 30,000 a month after that. But we understand the need for supplies to be able to meet that, so we'll continue to use, at the President's direction, we'll continue to use the Defense Production Act, working through HHS to make sure that you have the ability to put this critical equipment together.
Thank you.
Okay, for America, and as the President said, as we work every day to put the coronavirus in the past, and we are seeing encouraging trends. I hope you are seeing them as well. The cases in California and Washington State are low and steady. We're seeing very encouraging trends in the greater New York City area, New Orleans, Detroit. I even received a report this morning that there's some encouraging numbers in the Chicago area as well. The American people have embraced the mitigation, as we call it, the social distancing practices, and with our great healthcare workers having the equipment you've provided, we're meeting this moment. We're seeing declining cases, and we may be in a position, as the President said, not only to ensure all the needs that we have as a country, but to be able to help nations around the world with the very same equipment that you so capably create here. So thanks for those good words. Anything else? Any advice or suggestions or questions? Anna, you got what you need?
I think so, yes.
That's great. Good. Theo?
Echo Sheila, parts, and I think we'll be good. We'll be rocking and rolling.
Keep them coming.
Absolutely.
Keep them coming. Yeah, and we will. We will. That's the mission under the Defense Production Act. Josh, any advice?
No, just the same thing as what they've been saying as well. So as long as we have the parts, we can keep our speed up and coming out as fast as we can.
Well, let me just again say thank you to Josh and Sheila and Anna and Theo and Mark, your whole senior team here. I want to say thank you to the union machinists as well as GE Healthcare. Who have done a great service to the country. You know, when the President asked me to lead the White House Coronavirus Task Force in late February, he told me, I want you to bring a whole of government approach, but it was very clear to me early on that what President Trump meant was a whole of America approach. And harnessing the unmatched capabilities of American businesses and hardworking Americans. We're meeting this moment. And I want you to know you all are a part of that. When we sit here today, as of this morning, more than 780,000 Americans have contracted the coronavirus. We grieve for the families of the more than 42,000 who've lost their lives, including families here in Wisconsin. But I want to encourage you with the word that you are making a difference. I know you're running 3 shifts here, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But there's no question in my mind that because of what you have done, we have had the equipment that our dedicated healthcare people have needed to be able to give the kind of health care to American families struggling at the centers of this epidemic, what any one of us would want our family to have. And because of what the American people are doing, because of what you're doing here at GE Healthcare, union machinists have done, and frankly because of some great work here in Wisconsin and all across the country at the state and local level. We're getting there. We're getting there. We have a ways to go, but together we will meet this moment. We will, I believe with all of my heart, reach that day someday soon when we can put the coronavirus in the past. And when that day comes, all of you and your families, everyone here at GE Health, and all the hardworking team here to know you played a pivotal role in the American response to the coronavirus epidemic. And so, once again, on behalf of your president and the American people, thank you, and God bless you. Keep up the great work. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
This time you'd like to address our
Thanks, sir.
employees.
Adam, thank you.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Sheila, thank you. Josh.
I got to go say goodbye to these people.
No, pool's going to be right here. Nice deal right down here. Is that okay? Yep. Anna, if you could step that way, please. Thanks.
Thank you, Matt.
I was there when we broke ground on that place. Yeah. Yeah, we were competing with companies all around the country for the Did you go to Purdue? Are you really? Oh, I know every riddle. My son's a pilot. Yeah, we looked in every riddle. Yeah. Good. Well, it's a great company, but they're lucky to have you here. Okay. Best of your family. Sheila, thank you.
Hope you get back to the other side. Hoosier also. Couldn't have done a better job. Thank you. Yeah, my son's stationed in Newport.
Really?
He's a pilot. He's a captain.
Okay. I taught at TBS a little while ago.
Yeah, he
so
was
I might have,
TBS,
yeah,
sure.
might have seen him there. Yeah, I did.
How long were you?
10 years.
They only have the really good ones. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good. Great to meet you. Will you thank your whole team for us, too? Good. Where'd you get your education?
Went to Northern Arizona University for my undergrad and Purdue for my master's degree.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I was wondering if there's a Boilermaker.
Yes, yep.
Good. I just asked Josh if he was a Boilermaker. He said,
Yes.
he said no, he actually went to Emeryville.
Okay.
Guy's working on so,
Yep.
good. Listen, great job. Good. And really good comments. I would love if you introduced me. Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon, team. We just concluded a Site 2 and Employee Roundtable with Mr. Vice President and Mr. Secretary. In a moment, you will be addressed by the Vice President of the United States. Please put your tools down. Team, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the Vice President of the United States of America.
Well, thank you very much, Mark, and it is such an honor to be here at GE Healthcare with Americans who are making an incredible difference in our nation's response to the coronavirus epidemic. I want to thank each and every one of you. President Trump wanted me to be here just to express all of our gratitude for the way GE Healthcare and the way that this great union has stepped forward to work together to increase production. It is absolutely true. Union, machinists, and GE Healthcare have saved lives across America, and the American people are grateful to each and every one of you. It's amazing to think of the 550 engineers, support staff, line workers that are here in Madison and the difference that you've made. I'm actually told today that you've already doubled your production of ventilators and you're on pace to double it again by the end of June. And I want to assure you that at President Trump's direction, we're going to continue to use the full weight of the federal government and the Defense Production Act to make sure that you have the supplies to continue to scale and increase production. It is truly remarkable what you've accomplished here. It is a testament to a great company. It's a testament to a great workforce. And really, it's a testament to the way you love your neighbors, the way you've all come together. I know you've spent a lot of time with 3 shifts. You've spent a lot of time away from your families, going 24/7 here. But I want you to know that you've made a difference all across this nation. Because of GE Healthcare, because of the great workforce here, I think every American can be proud of the fact that as we stand here today, no American who has required a ventilator struggling with the coronavirus has been denied a ventilator. That's a tribute to this workforce, and it really is a tribute to men and women who work in this industry all across the country. You've helped us meet this need, and going forward, you're going to continue, I know. We have one mission, and that's to save lives. And we're one team in America. And as I spoke today to Governor Evers from Air Force 2, he told me how proud he was of GE Healthcare and the work here in Madison. But he also told me how proud he was of the union machinists. And I told him that I would extend his gratitude to you as well. I hope you can all see that as this epidemic impacts our country, that because of the efforts of our extraordinary healthcare workers, because of the sacrifices that tens of millions of Americans have made, putting into practice the guidelines of social distancing, we're getting there. We're getting there, men and women. We're making progress. We see it all across the country. Because of the efforts of the American people and our incredible healthcare workers, we're slowing the spread. And while we have a ways to go, because of what all of you have done, we are more confident every day that we're going to have the resources and the support and the equipment to meet this moment and do it together as Americans. So let me let you get back to work. I know there's a shift change coming up, but on behalf of the President of the United States and on behalf of a grateful nation, to all the great union machinists here, to all of this great workforce, to GE Healthcare, thank you for what you have done. You have made a difference for America, and with your help and with God's help, we will someday soon put the coronavirus in the past and put all of America back to work. Thanks, everybody. God bless.
Kathleen, press.
Where am I going? Huh?
We're going over here. Press for you.
Okay, I want to say hi.
Thank you all very much. I hope I didn't go on too long.
And it worked. Thank you for being here. I told them at the round table, I said, I got a little emotional looking at you people, so I can tell you've been working long hours. Okay? But honestly, when the president tapped me to do this, that one of our top priorities was making sure that nobody that needed one of these didn't get it. Because we heard that there were countries around the world where people had probably been denied the equipment to keep them alive. And we said, not in America. And we're standing here today, it hadn't happened because of all of you. So thank you so very much, okay?
Thank you.
God bless you.